soon as you get Josh back. He may be thinking 130.
And welcome back, First Lego League. Hope you had a great lunch break. We are about to head into round 3 of First Lego League Challenge here at Western Edge. Our final round, team's final chance to crack that top 4. Those top 4 scores, it is not cumulative, it is just your best. So one more shot to go here. We're excited to bring this to you here in Long Beach, California. So without further ado, let's meet our first Lego League Challenge teams, round 3, match 1. Mark, Betty, take it away.
Yep, we're right here at the entrance gate. Let's meet our teams. At table number 1, we've got the GoBots. At table number 2, they're homeschoolers who love Jesus. It's Operation TAC. At table number 4, they're realizing the dream of 6 generations by qualifying for this open and sharing their project with their dream colleges, MIT, Oxford, Cornell, Brown, and Columbia. At table number 4, it's Ceci Mega Snakes. And here's a team who are battle-born trio of art-loving bookworms united by robots and Lego. At table number 5, the All Sparks. All right, at table number 6, 3 of these all have the same birthday. 3 members of our team. Welcome, Double Digits. At table number 7, after 4 years of hard work, this is the first team in their school to earn the chance to compete on the international stage. Let's welcome Sedimentals. Next up at table number 8, they're an all-girl team in tutus. It's Astro No! Next up is an all-girls team, 5 persons from rural Alaska. At table number 9, it's Lego Nerds. Next up at table number 10, it's the Terabytes. Go. This team believes in the core values of inclusion and impact with their innovation and STEAM activities. They've designed a working hands-free smart glasses designed for all archaeologists, including those with disabilities. Let's welcome Banana Bots. And finally, with 6 years of participation, the team has come to 4 international events, including this one. At table number 12, it's Techno Z Lightning Bolts.
Told me to give this to you.
Just waiting on 4 more teams to give us the all clear before we can begin what is these teams' last match. Oh.
All right. Our teams are currently getting ready for round 3 qualification match number 1. Looks like we've got 3 teams left. While we do that, let's check in on some of the scores. Beach Boys currently sitting in first place with 540 points. Robotic Schools right behind them in second place with 530. They also tied with Lego Legion at 530, and rounding out the top 4 is Potato Babblers with 530. iBots knocking on the door. Their last round score was 515. And And Discover is also knocking on the door. Round 2 scores was 510. At number 7, we now have Mintex at 495. So we've got a decent amount of teams here, well within striking distance of that top 4 finals. And it's going to be an interesting round 3. I can officially tell you last year, the highest score was scored on the final round of the final match. So when we say this is not over, we truly mean this is not over. We went the whole event last year, the whole challenge, all 3 rounds, and it was the final event, the final match of round 3 that we got our robot performance first place. So we're excited to see what modifications these teams may have made between round 2 and round 3, if needed, any of these, as some of these scores are just incredible. At the, for example, the 540, one of the top scores in the world that we're looking at here, and Robotics School is just right behind them. We got a really tight competition for place 1 through 3. So it looks like we're still waiting on table number 4. And that thumbs up before beginning this round 3, match 1. We are so excited here to bring you this event live via YouTube from the Long Beach Convention Center here in Southern California. While we wait for the round table, I want to thank one of our giant sponsors, our presenting sponsor, the Gene Haas Foundation. Without the Gene Haas Foundation, this event doesn't happen, but the millions of scholarships that they give to hundreds of thousands of teams from around the world, from FLL, first LEGO League teams to first Tech Challenge teams to first Robotics Challenge teams. Thank you, Gene Haas Foundation, for believing in the mission of FIRST and supporting these teams and allowing us to bring this type of event to them. All right, I am being told that table 4 does not have a team, so we are good to go. Mark, Betty, it's on to you.
Yeah. We have 1 team. Okay, you guys are ready? We're waiting for... They're waiting.
All right, Betty, we're ready. Teams, we are ready.
Table 4 is talking.
They know, they're working on it.
They're going though?
We're starting this round in 3, 2, 1, go!
Table 1 starting off strong, going all the way across the field, lining up with the back of the table to get that alignment just right so they can retrieve the precious artifacts from underneath the mine shaft and send their explorer down into the mine shaft. Table 2 in the blue home area, switching out some attachments, getting ready for their next match.
Table number 11 with an amazing attachment to go get the heavy lifting. Has got that back home. Going after the silo now. I see table number 12 with the surface brushing and getting ready to place a flag right there in sight mark.
Table 5, with less than 2 minutes to go, has a rotating attachment that has just swept away some of the sediment and is now back in the red home area, as table 6 is making their way across the field after placing a site marker and has now grabbed the robot, losing a precision token, and is now in the blue home area.
Table 8 just went after the statue mission. They've done the site, little site marking and some map reveal. I see table 7 is also working on the west side of the field. Looks like they're heading out after the salvage operations.
A minute, 15 seconds to go. An exciting match over at table 9. They've just grabbed the robot, losing a precision token, but that's okay because they're back at home and trying again for another run, as table 10 is approaching the crane in order to excavate their artifact.
Just under a minute to go. I see table number 1 is working on raising the table and the pan mission. I see table number 2 working quickly on the west side of the board. Looks like they're heading out after some site marking and coming after the precious artifact. 37 seconds left.
35 seconds left in the match, and table 12 is still going with their sediment in hand and many artifacts ready to be placed into the forum, as table 11 with a very long attachment is back in home, switching out, ready for their next run with just 17 seconds to go.
With closing in the end game, I see table 6 just getting their last mission underway. There goes table 5 as well.
7, 6,
6,
5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's time.
All right, what an exciting match. Round 3, match 1 in the books. 7 more to go here in Long Beach, California, 7 more to go. Before we began round 3, I was talking a little bit about that we can't do this without our sponsors. Well, Gene Haas is our big presenting sponsor, and we are so excited to have them. We want to acknowledge some of our other sponsors here as well. A big thank you to Vivid Hosting. Vivid Hosting makes this event happen. They're amazing. They provide all the internet. They've designed the network so that our robots and our event run at peak performance. Thank you, Kit. Thank you, Vivid Hosting team, for being a just true believer in FIRST and being a massive sponsor for Western Edge. We also want to thank the first overall sponsor, Qualcomm. Qualcomm has been sponsoring FIRST for years and helping out individual teams here. Qualcomm is right here in Southern California, down in beautiful San Diego, but they are local as well. And one other group that I would be remiss if I didn't mention is Coleman Productions. Coleman Productions is the group that puts on everything that you see here. They designed everything. All the AV are running our stream. Caleb and Olivia, Kaylin, Josh, all of them are amazing. And we thank them for being a great partner with us as well. And they have been here since day one. So we're going to see here if we've got some new scores coming in. So far, not just yet, but we're on the lookout to see, will the top 5 get cracked here in the first match? Like I said, Western Edge last year, we did not get our final high score until the final match of round 3. Is Beach Boys going to hold the #1 spot? Robo Legion and Robotics School are currently tied for second and third with the top score. And what I want to explain how that would work if, for example, Robotics School and Lego Legion finished with both the same high score, we would go to the next high score, their round 2, which would be Robotics School with 500 and Lego Legion with 485. So as it currently stands, the Robotics School is holding the tiebreaker, and Lego Legion is right there behind it. And Potato Babblers, they also have 530, and they're in the third slot based on their second round score. All right, we're going to take a look at some highlights from round 3, match 1.
All right, Grant, we're ready to meet our teams for round number 2. Match number 2, round 3. Right there. This team made 9 different robot designs and tested 3 different coding interfaces before they came up with their current robot. Let's welcome at table 1, Potato Blabberers. At table number 2, the teammates met through swimming club and piano classes. Let's welcome High Five. This team is from far south LA, about 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. They grow and eat lots of crawfish. South Louisiana, isn't it? All right, table number 3, Saints Robotics Gold. This team started their journey in September with a decision to choose learning from a winning versus learning motto. There was no looking back since then. At table number 4, it's the Robo Relic Hunters. This is a small team from a school of different classes. On table 5, it's the EA Guinea Pigs. This team is an all-girls robotics team from Maryland. 6 friends who design, build, and code robots while championing teamwork, creativity, and innovation in STEM. At table 6, the Mini Techs. This team is made up of researchers, engineers, and solution designers. They bring curiosity, creativity, and just the right amount of chaos to make their team shine. On table 7, the Dino Diggers. This team spoke with over six experts from across the world to research augmented reality and apply it to archaeology. At table number 8, it's Argo R2D2. This team is the first FLL robotics team from Elko, Nevada to qualify for an international Lego robotics competition. At table number 9, Robiotes Red. This team connects different ages and experiences, collaborates with other teams, and is led by their penguin mascot, sharing ideas, learning together, and growing stronger. At table 10, Black and White. Our next team won the Western Edge in the super-powered season. They're back to challenge again. At table 11, Robotics School. Rounding out this match within just 3 weeks, their team completely rebuilt their robot and all the attachments, rewrote the code from scratch, and earned the Robot Design Award at the Florida State Championship. At table 12, Robo Riders.
All right. We're going to wait for these 12 teams to get ready. I've already got most of them ready. We're just waiting on table 7, table 9, table 11, table 10, and table 12 for that thumbs up. We talked about the stakes. We talked about that high score. Well, Robotics School is in this match, looking for their final and best performance of the day, trying to claim that #1 spot. As we heard, they have previously won the Champions Award here at Western Edge. Looks like they're trying to make that happen for a second time. The two difference right now, Beach Boys is sitting in first place with 540 points. And Robotics School is 10 points behind them at 530. So did they make the right adjustments in between the breaks? Or is their robot perfect because it's more about strategy and how do we attack the field with the robot for maximum point value? We have waiting on 2 more tables, table 10 and table 11's thumbs up before beginning round 3, match number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exciting here. Like I said, pretty much from 1 down to 10, the scores are all kind of just scrunched up together. Taking a look at, who's going to be the team to move into the top 4 before the end of the day, or is the top 4 going to hold? And according to what I'm seeing now, we have all 12 tables ready. So I'm going to send it over to your game announcers, Mark and Betty.
And we're ready to get this match underway. Teams, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, taking a look over at table 1, they have already released their oars and are attempting and have successfully picked up their millstone right over as table 2 does exactly the same, flinging the millstone over the robot right before flipping over the floor of their village.
Table 12 has graciously already sent over their mine explorer to the other side of the table. Is now working on their next mission, a little surface brushing. Table 11 had to recall their robot, heading out after their next missions on the west side.
About 1:50 left in the match, and we're back over at table 5, who are in the red home area, switching out some attachments over their box frame of a robot, as table 6 has some very long attachments after already sending their explorer down in the mine shaft, is now setting out some site markings.
Table 8 has done some site marking and put a few items into the forum, is now working on the angler artifacts. Table number 7, off in the far corner, retrieving the soil sample and switching attachments now in home.
Over at table 9, they're preparing for their next launch, as table 10 does the same, switching out those attachments that appear to be multi-use. Table 9 flinging many preserved food out of their silo and back at home with 1 minute to go. 1 minute.
And I see table number 3 has done some tipping of the scales, but had to grab their robot and reset it. And again, and over on table 4, looks like they're working on the forge mission and the heavy lifting.
Over at table 12, with a little bit over 30 seconds to go, just over 30 seconds, table 12 switching out some attachments in the Bloom home area, preparing for their next run, aligning perfectly with that grid line, as table 11 makes their way out with some site markers to the forum and an attempt to restore the statue.
Table 1 has just pushed a lot of items into the forum. See a lot of artifacts have moved out there. I see table 2 is gearing up for its final runs.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's time.
What a great last round.
As in the other ones, team members at the table, please work with your referees, confirm those scores. and then we'll move on to our next round.
What an exciting round here. Round 3, match 2. We're waiting for these final scores to come in. The big question here is, will Robotics School take control of that top spot? About a 10-point difference. So they need 10 points. 10 points will tie it. 11 points will take the lead. Will we get it here? A lot of energy, a lot of excitement here on the field, trying to figure out who's going to get that final best run. And it looks like we've got scores already being finalized here. Waiting to see if anything within the top 10 is going to change. And looks like we have a new number 2 so far. Let you know here in a second. While we wait for these final scores to tally, let's take a look at the highlights from this last match. All right, that was the end of match 2 of round 3, and we have a shakeup on the leaderboard, a big one. Top 4 positions have been shaken up. The Potato Babblers taking over that number 1 spot with a score in their final match of 540. And because they had a 530 in their first round, they now own the tiebreaker over the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys moving down into that number 2 spot. Black and White has jumped up into the number 3 spot with a final round match score of 540 as well. They own the tiebreaker over they are in the 3rd spot with Robotics School moving down to the 4th spot with still their highest score being that 530. So this is incredible. Like I said, We saw the final highest score in the last match of round 3 last year, and we just had a big shakeup in the top 4. And we're looking down here at number 5, Lego Legions moving down in the scoreboard. iBots at number 6, Discover at number 7. All those teams 1 through 7 all have high scores within the 500 level. Mini Techs at the number 8, 495, so they're not that far off either, along with Sezi Mega Snakes at 490 and Argo R2D2 rounding out that top 10 with 480. They own the tiebreaker over the perpendicular purple People Eaters, who also have 480, but their next highest score is 460, whereas Argo R2D2's next highest score is 470. So we could still see some shakeup here. Beach Boys currently in that number 2 spot still has their final match to go. Lego Legions, iBots, Discover, and Sesi Mega Snakes all with their final matches to go, and including Perpendicular Purple Eaters, they have their final to go. So really looking at who's going to make that final push to get into that top 4. And as our referees get ready for the next match of round 3, if you look here on the screen, these robots are dialed in, making some good moves there. It's amazing to see the engineering feat that these students have accomplished to get to this point. First Lego League is worldwide. We have teams from all over the place: Europe, Australia, Asia, China, South Korea, all over the place. We have teams coming from to compete this weekend. So it is the best of the best. We're going to see some extreme high scores, and we're already there. I can tell you right now, it's like, you know, these 540s are some of the highest scores that I've seen all season long. So it looks like we're ready to introduce our next round of teams for round 3, match 3. Mark, who do we have?
All right, let's start bringing them in. Got Pesky Dusk. Our team's goal is to blow it all away with air. Their archaeological instruments reimagined. At table number 1, it's Idea Squad. Three girls and 4 boys with different learning styles, attending a combination of public, private, and homeschool, united by robotics and frozen yogurt. At table number 2, it's Lego Legends. This team has nicknames for everyone on the team. I guess you'll have to ask them to find out what they are. At table number 3, Techno Tigers. No. Our next team is a cheerful and slightly shy team of 5 boys and 2 girls. They love rock music, happy and motivated to take part in their first international tournament. At table 4, Aldebaran. Our next team is more than a team. They're a great family. The team members are from various classes and grades and became great friends through the process. At table 5, CL Robo City. Our next team needs no special introductions. They're on table 6, the Fugman Code Ninjas. Our next team loves cheese balls, but no animals were harmed while testing our innovation project solution again and again, but we did break a few eggs along the way. At table number 7, Beyond the Brick. We don't just build robots here. We teach 3D modeling and mentor younger teams, turning learning into real impact. At table number 8, MDR Royal NPC. No. A veteran team, all 8th graders, participating in this, their final FLL season. At table number 9, Bricksters. Our team got to test our innovation project at an actual archaeological dig site. At table 10, the Robo-Bolt. This next team came from Long Beach, Mississippi, all the way to Long Beach, California. At table 11, the Robo Raiders. And rounding out this match, they've been friends since kindergarten. Their first year, they're at 2 different schools, and FLL continues to bring them together. At table 12, the Globe Academy Lego Lords.
All right, teams, we should know the drill by now. This is your 3rd time coming to compete at the tables. Once the last 4 teams have given us the all clear, we can begin what is your final match, final chance to score your highest you can score.
All right, our teams are getting set here for the next match in round 3. Waiting on 2 tables, table 9 and table 12 for that thumbs up before we're going to be ready to go for this next match of round 3. Like I said, we had a big shake up in the top 4 after the last round, and let's see if it happens again. Looks like for my system, all 12 tables are ready. Mark and Betty, take it away.
All right, we're ready to get this match started. Teams in 3, 2, 1, go!
Over at table 1, we've got was a very long and flat attachment, but it works beautifully because their oars are already out, their table is already flipped, and their millstone is out and on their robot. Table 2 already in the blue home area.
With an elevator and ramp attachment. They've done some surface brushing, a map reveal, sent the Mine Explorer over, and did a little angler artifacting. Table 11 is working on a new attachment, attaching it here, getting ready on the east side, heading out after the forge and flipping the tables.
About a mini 40 left in the match, and table 5 has grabbed the robot, losing a precision token, and is back in the home area, ready with a long attachment and a site marking to be placed. With another grab over at table 5, they're now in the blue home area. From red to blue, table 6 slamming down their skill, balancing it perfectly, and going back into home.
Table 8's got their elevator mechanism lifting the statue, as well as sliding out here with the pans, bringing them across. I see table 7 working furiously on the east side of their board, heading out after the forge and the Who Lived Here models.
Under a minute remaining, and table 9 has taken out their precious artifact without pulling down any of the frames, in addition to sending their explorer down the mine shaft. Table 10 getting ready with their alignment, grabbing the robot, redoing their alignment, because that run has to be just perfect in their very last match.
Table 3 has gone after their Mine Explorer, sent them across, doing some site marking now. Table 4 working on... Oh, I see they're getting ready to lift some tables. Oh, they're getting ready to collect a Mine Explorer.
Just 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. Table 12 getting in the last few points, attempting to raise up and restore that ship, place that site marking in. One.
And that's our match. I saw a couple of teams just slide right into home just as the time expired. Great job, teams. All right, we're about ready to move into match number 4. Let's introduce our teams. Our first team. This school has an aerospace and aviation focus, so they have call signs based on a funny story. At table number 1, Innovations Aviators. From 3 different schools, this team enjoys playing The Floor is Lava, a little bit of tag, and chess. At table 2, Infinite Horizons. The Lake Crest Dustbusters are a small, new, girl-powered robotics team learning together, trying new things, and having fun along the way. At table 3, the Dustbusters. A group of 21 students from a school in Catalonia. 10 of us will compete, and the others will be helping with everything. We're 15 years old and glad to come to California. At table 4, Coordinates. Our next team is driven by the motto, unearth the past, protect the future. They actively mentor younger students and empower the next generation. At table 5, Robogineers. Our next team doesn't need any of that special stuff. They're at table 6. It's Turbotics. All of this team's names start with A, making us AAAA batteries, fully charged with energy, creativity, and teamwork, ready to power through every challenge together. At table 7, the Quadruple A batteries. This team has grown through internal and external challenges to create a kit that focuses on connecting working archaeologists to their children back home. At table 8, Palumbob. At table number 9, let's welcome the Strategists. This team believes that cooperation brings out the best in everyone. They respect each other's ideas and have fun while they learn. At table 10, Mad Machine. Okay, come here, quick, come here. Okay, this team and robot name are based off of Looney Tunes. At table 11, the Chicken Hawks. This 7th grade team has been together since they were in 3rd grade. At table 12, it's Jammin' Waffles. Mmm. All right, our board is green. These teams seem ready. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Table 1, off to a great start, having taken off the sand of their ship, restored it, and placed a site marker, and is now back at home as Table 2 raises the roof of their marketplace.
Table number 11 jumped out quickly to get the salvage operation and site marking completed in one push. They're now opening up the map reveal, looking for their next mission. Table number 12 is after the silo. I see 2. Saw at least 2 of those come out. I see boulders on the ground. They're working that east side of the board.
Under 2 minutes to go, Table 5 has already shifted their whole silo into the home area in addition to their millstone and their ores. Table 6 getting ready with some grand attachments as we have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining.
Table number 7's got their mine explorer on the other side of the field. Has been pushing some artifacts around. I see table number 8's just got the robot crossing the field. They're starting to work on the west side.
Lots of celebration over here at Table 10 as they just completed their mission and are now have taken their millstone into the home area. Table 9 getting ready for their next mission in the blue home area.
And we're at 1 minute, teams. 1 minute remaining. Table number 4 is working the west side models, going after their precious artifact and moving the mine explorer to the other side. Table number 3, there they go after the salvage operation, had to recover their robot.
Table 12 simultaneously taking up their topsoil and uncovering that hidden map while leaving a piece of their robot there. Very innovative. In addition to brushing away some topsoil and bringing it up. Table 11 with many game elements in tow, including the millstone, scale pan, and a site marker is probably on their way to the forum.
20 seconds left in the match. Teams are working on their final missions. I see table 1 going after some angler artifacts. Robots coming home. Table 2.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's time. Great job, teams. That was a great round to watch. Our tables are looking pretty good. We're going to light up the entryway and meet our teams in match number 5. Our first team intentionally centers their innovation close to home, using local challenges in Georgia to design solutions that can make a real difference in our community and state. At table number 1, Gum Springs Gizmos. Our next team brings professional grade AI first thinking and bold curiosity-driven innovation to life-honoring gracious professionals through student leadership, blockchain, and community impact. At table number 2, it's Bob the Builders. Hey. Our next team is a generational team and has been around for 14 years. This is their final season as they are all aging out. At table 3, Lego Legion. Our next team all consider themselves milk tea connoisseurs. At table 4, it's AG. 60% of this team are 8th grade students, and this is their last middle school competition. At table number 5, RoboCats Blue. At table number 6, it's the Sharon Tiger Techs. This team's 2 brothers and a cousin who love working and playing together, so FLL's a perfect activity for them to do together. At table 7, the Beach Boys. This team believes everyone should understand everything, so students regularly teach each other coding, research, design, and presentation skills throughout the season. At table 8, Power Surge Storm. This team created a website to showcase their robot attachment progress using a forum-style platform. At table 9, History Guardians. This team's robot game part members literally hypes up the robot forehead to forehead before matches. Off-field, our 9-member crew turns pure chaos and loud arguments into unbreakable brotherhood. At table 10, it's Sea Nomads. This team enjoys helping their community by creating hospital hope kits for children who have long stays in the hospital. At table 11, it's Sporklings. And finally,
Are we at the 6? This is 820.
no. This team once turned a totally random brainstorm into a full innovation project, and now we're actually working on getting it patented, and they're just middle schoolers. At table 12, it's Hello World.
All right, teams, after your third time being in a scored match, we should know the drill by now. Once the screen is completely green, all teams are ready. We can begin. What is your last match? So sad. So sad. I can't hear it. All right, teams, just a moment while we get our last table ready.
All right, it looks like we have the all clears. We'll be. I think so, yeah. Yeah, we're good.
What's the one? All right, if we have no objections, we'll start the match in 3, 2, 1, go! Over at table 1, they've already got a flat panel-like attachment, kicking all of the preserved food out of the silo, just barely missing the panel to release the ores, but that's okay because they flipped over their village table. Table 2 also flipping over their village table, uncovering all the secrets, and they release their ores. Very well done, in addition to pushing it into the home area.
Over on table 12, they have launched their, they have freed the sand and raised the boat. And on table 11, they're setting up for a mission. It seems like they're going to be raising the marketplace.
About a minute 45 seconds left to go. Table 5 switching out their attachments, getting their scale pan ready right on top of their robot, as table 6 uses a neat little jig to transport their flag, in addition to releasing all their ores.
Table 7 has just completed their crane mission, and table 8 has attempted to raise their statue.
With about a minute and 15 seconds to go, table 9, out and about with a long attachment, has flipped over their village floor. Oh, flipped it back. But that's okay because they're getting their millstone up and high on their robot. Table 10, switching out some attachments that go over their entire robot. Very cool stuff happening with under a minute to go.
Table 4 has just completed their silo mission and has returned back to the base. And it seems like table 3 has completed their cooperative mission, sending the minecart explorer to the other side. And it seems like they're going to raise their statue. Well, it's already raised, yeah.
30 seconds to go, just 30 seconds to go in this 2-minute and 30-second match, as table 12, after carefully picking the robot up, is back out and about in the field, lifting up their village wares before going to complete other missions, while table 11 uses a jig and switches out some attachments to get their robot ready for the next run. And that is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, our tables are cleared. I'm going to line up our next group. All right, I think we're ready for our next match and our next teams to come on in. Every week, this team listens to the almost impossible question of the day on the radio and try to call in and give their answer. At table 1, the Brobots. This team has 7 with different talents, but work as one team, just like 7 colors complete the rainbow. They compete in FLL to learn, grow, win, and help one another within their own community. At table 2, the Rainbow Masters. This team is 7 girls that work hard together, but are also excellent timekeepers, especially when it's time for snacks. At table number 3, the Tinkering Turtles. Team spirit. You want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. At table number 4, it's Tara. From a public school in Seville, they're constantly looking forward to improve and excel, trying to help along the way. At table 5, Lego Builders. This team uses chopsticks to eat and uses chopsticks to solve some missions. They would love to share their chopstick skills to FLL teams. At table 6, IntelliBots. Eight girls, 3 schools, a first-year FLL team powered by friendship, driven by curiosity, innovated, engineered, and coded their way to the international competition while having fun on their missions. At table 7, Tech Titans. This team's masterpiece innovation project was a baseball game for the visually impaired, and it won a major award in funding from our school district to make it real. Table 8, the Robozos. This team's a synergistic S team of 3 different grade levels that respects each other's strengths and weaknesses and thrives on synergy and the FLL core values. Table number 9 is the OkiaBots. This team qualified for the FLL international tournaments since their first year, and it's now 3 years in a row from NorCal. At table 10, iBots. This creative, hardworking, and energetic team of 6th and 7th graders from Wisconsin who love to innovate and have fun. On table 11, it's the WildBots. This rural-based team that uses AI to protect 1,000-year-old Goreo Celadon, bridging traditional Korean heritage with future robotics and carrying forward its value. Table number 12, ARC. That's our teams for match number 6.
All right, we have a thumbs up on each table, so we'll be starting the match shortly.
All right, let's start our match in 3, 2, 1, go! Table 1 already out and about on the field, flipping over their village table, just barely missing, picking up the millstone, but they have sent their oars out, picked up the robot, losing a precision token, and are back at home as Table 2 sends out an elaborate attachment that uses the crane to activate their artifacts, in addition to raising up their ancient ship.
Table 12 has launched their robot and is attempting to raise the marketplace, and they successfully do. While Table 11 is working on clearing the ship and raising the ship.
All right, about 1:45 seconds remaining. Table 5 as lifting up their explorer down into the mine shaft and going above in order to collect their precious artifacts, but just barely getting caught on something. Table 6 making their way all the way across the table, and in the process is balancing their scale.
Over by Table 8, they have launched their robot, and they have freed the, I believe that's the artifact site, while Table 7 has sent their minecart explorer across the field.
All right, about a minute remaining, just a minute remaining. Table 9 working hard out there, quickly switching out some attachments in the blue home area as Table 10 has already collected their topsoil and is now collecting their brush in the process.
Table 4 robot has returned to their home zone, and they are swapping out the attachment. This looks like it's going out to deliver deliver the things to the center zone and raise their statue. Table 3 is also setting up for their next run.
With just over 20 seconds remaining, just 20 seconds remaining, Table 12 has quite a lot of game elements ready to be placed in the form and successfully does so. And we can begin our countdown soon as it is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Table 1 sends their
5,
final mission.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And time. Table 1 launched the robot with like 5 seconds.
All right, let's. All right, we are coming to the end of round 3. About 2 matches left, and we're going to take a look in on the leaderboard, see if any shakeup has happened. Right now, Potato Babblers still holding on to that #1 spot. The top 4 have remained the same. Potato Babblers with a high score of 540. Beach Boys with a high score of 540. Black and White with a high score of 540. So how we figure this one out is Potato Babblers now controls the tiebreaker with all the other ones, as their second highest score was 530. Beach Boys next highest score was 520, and Black and White's next highest score was 425. So that's how we're getting the 1, 2, and 3 ranking. Robotic School still sitting in there at number 4 with a high score of 530. Lego Legion also has 530, but Robotic School owns the tiebreaker with their second highest score being 500, and Lego Legion's highest score being 485. So we're not done yet. We could still see a high score. We saw last year again at this event, the high score, the winning team of Robot Performance got the highest score on the very last match of the event. So we're going to stick around here because this is not over. We're excited. We still have Discover, who's sitting in our top 7. Their last round, they had a high score of 510. And Sezi Mega Snakes, they are knocking on the door as well. So the top 4 spots still within striking distance for a lot of teams. And we're going to take you now. We're going to go ahead and look to Mark, introduce our next teams. Mark, take it away.
All right, we're down here at the gate. We're going to bring our next teams on. I'm going to step out of the way and let them take the gate. This team's been together since 2020, meeting every Sunday to work together on FLL. Despite different personalities, they have a passion in common, and it's robotics. At table 1, Cyberbots. Driven by Aloha, fueled by innovation, and bonded by our K-pop demon hunter soda pop dance, we dream big and move in sync. At table 2, it's Arty Trackers. And on this team, everyone is homeschooled. At table 3, it's Enigma Breakers. This is an all-girls team that has been close friends since the 5th grade. At table 4, Good Legos Mind Wonders. For fun during practices, this team takes breaks and plays ultimate tags or shoots archery bows after practice together. At table 5, the Circuit Breakers, Coding Cleopatras. Despite mixed experience, this rookie team learned rapidly, won regionals champions with 470 points, refined their innovation idea through iteration, and earned the state Best Innovation Award. On table 6, the Portland Lego Masters. Our innovation project, Waste to Watts, won first place in the first round of the Mott's $1 Million Challenge. On table 7, the Building Beasts. On table number 8,
Test.
it's the Pittsburgh Pirates. On table number 9, the Boombots. On this team, every team member is either their first or second year in FLL. At table 10, West Lion Wildbots. This team's robot, A2D2J2, isn't just a robot, it's powered by a 6-person Jedi Council. It's on table 11, the Lego Getters. And at table number 12, the Sassy Mega Snakes.
All right, I believe all of our teams are ready. And this is our second to last match of Western Edge. So sad. So let's kick this off with a good one. We can start our match in 3, 2, 1, go! Table 1 already having restored their ancient ship, flinging their site marker elsewhere, and pulling up and excavating their artifacts with a crane. Beautiful.
Table 12 is currently pushing the silo, and they've successfully gotten that. Table 11 is attempting to retrieve the stone behind the forge.
With under 2 minutes to go, we're back over at table 5. They have a beautiful jig to go along with their beautiful tiaras, and they're getting their robot ready in the red home base as table 6 makes their way to the crane to excavate those angler artifacts.
Over by table 7, they are attempting to raise the ship and also raise the statue, hopefully. And by table over on table 8, they are working on the flower bed.
All right, 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in these 2.5-minute rounds. Table 9 switching out some elaborate attachments and making their way out onto the field, sweeping away that sediment before revealing their hidden map and attempting to grab their sediment, but just barely missing that loop. Table 10 getting ready, their alignment just right as they make their way from the red home base to from the blue home base to the red home base.
Table 4 is setting up to launch their robot to raise, it seems like raise the marketplace. Yes, raise the marketplace and tip the scale. And table 3 is also setting up for one of their missions.
Just 30 seconds to go, teams. Just 30 seconds to go. Table 12, their very green robot. They're stocking it up with a bunch of game elements in order to be placed into the forum for all those points. Beautifully done. And we only have 15 seconds left in the match. Teams are scoring their last few points for their last round, and that is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's game.
All right. One more match after this one. One more match. I can't believe it. We're already here to the end of round 3 here at Western Edge in Long Beach, California. It's been a day. We've seen a lot of movement in the leaderboard, so let's go ahead and take a look at that leaderboard as some of these final scores start to come in. The Potato Babblers still holding that #1 spot. Will it hold up? I think we're going to see something spectacular, I hope, on the final thing. Or what they may be taking home the Robot Performance first place. Beach Boys holding that 2nd spot. Black and White holding that 3rd spot in Robotics School, rounding out the top 4. Lego Legion, iBots at 5 and 6. We're still waiting on Discover to make their final run. But this is exciting, folks. We have seen some incredibly high scores here at Western Edge. And the teams, the coaches, the mentors, no matter what happens, everybody should be proud to make it to this point. You are competing with some of the best of the best. And the scores here, as you can look up on the screen, definitely show that that benchmark has been raised. So as our referees and everybody start to, clear the tables for our final match of the game, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors once again. Starting with First California Robotics is the organization that puts this on. Hundreds of volunteers, a big planning committee. It's always a labor of love for us. We absolutely love it. And then we want to thank our presenting sponsor, Gene Haas Foundation. The Gene Haas Foundation has been a supporter of FIRST for years, not just Western Edge, but First Robotics Competition as a first global sponsor, and they sponsor teams all over the place, from FLL to FTC and FRC. We have First Lego League here, First Tech Challenge there. It is incredible. Thank you so much, Gene Haas Foundation, for everything you do for FIRST, everything you do for First California, and everything you have done to make Western Edge the premier FIRST event. And then I also want to thank Vivid Hosting. Without Vivid Hosting, this event doesn't work. As we know, robots need internet. We need internet to run this. Thank you, Vivid Hosting. And then finally, thank you, Qualcomm, for being the overall sponsor for FIRST this year, the FIRST Age, which is what we're competing under. So, with that in mind, Mark, who do we have coming next?
All right, we have 4 teams to round out our competition today. And I'm just going to let them know, teams, we have moved you. You're on tables 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so regardless of where we've lined up, but the first team in, I need a little help. So I'm going to walk the team in. Come on, team. But I need a little help with their team, their extra facts. So come on, team. Just come in, and I want you to do this part. Yep. Can you read that fact for me? Yep.
Es un excelente equipo que lleva 3 avíos compitiendo y es la primera vez que se logra el pase internacional.
All right, we're going to put them at table 1. It's the Telebots. All right, Skittles uses code with fail-safes that advances it from a failed attempt at a mission to the next mission in sequence without human interruption. At table number 2, the Perpendicular Purple People Eaters. Tel Aviv is a city that never slows down, and never do we. Through every challenge, we kept going, always together, doing what we love. At table number 3, it's Discover. This team is made up of 3 pairs of siblings, plus our oldest and youngest members. At table number 4, they are Odyssey Dragons. Four teams, that's our round. Let's bring it out to the game floor.
All right, thank you, Mark. So these teams are going to get set up. Ladies and gentlemen, in the first LEGO League grandstands, make some noise as this is the final match of round 3, the final match for Age and Unearthed in Western Edge before we move on to the on-the-spot competition tomorrow. We're going to be waiting for all of our teams to get ready. When I see from our head ref MK or our code head ref Quentin that they're ready to go, I will hand this off to Betty and Mark, who are going to bring you today's game for the final time here at Western Edge. Will there be a new number 1 when this one's done? Will there be a shakeup in the top 4 placing when this is over? Sit back, folks. We are not done yet. We're going to get excited for these teams. Teams from all over the country here and all over the world. 31 different countries, 39 different states, thousands of miles. It all comes down to this. It's been an incredible experience here, and I think we're going to see something special in this final match of the Western Edge competition. We're waiting on the final heads up from our referees and our head ref. It looks like our teams are ready to go. I'm just waiting on that final confirmation. All right. We're still waiting on table number 3, it looks like. They're having a little technical difficulty getting their robot set up here. So after this, we're going to say goodbye here. We'll take a final look at the leaderboard. We will be back with tomorrow's broadcast, our on-the-spot challenge, which is unique to First LEGO League Western Edge only. On the Spot was designed years ago at a small little regional event that we would do for First LEGO League teams at Legoland, California for years. And it was brought to this event. It is truly an event that the teams love. Like I said, it is an engineering challenge. In about 30, 45 minutes, they're going to get a brand new game that they have never seen before. They are going to have to work with their two other alliance of partners to put together a robot to compete against other alliances of 3 for that top spot and to be able to call themselves the on-the-spot first place winners. This is a strategy of cooperation, gracious professionalism, which is what we do here at First, and how the teams and the alliances are going to work together. Engineering challenge and creativity challenge. You can design the robot, but sometimes you got to get creative with the ways that the field is set up. So as we take a look, and it's amazing what these teams will do in an overnight build. So it'll be an overnight build after they get their instructions from one of our tournament directors on the First LEGO League side. So looking forward to that. Let's take a look while we're waiting one more time at the leaderboard. And will we see a top 4 fumble here, or are our teams locked in? So I'm getting the heads up that we are ready to go for the final time. Mark and Betty, take it away.
Our board is ready. This is the last time that Unearthed will be played in California, and we're going to count it in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we're back over at table 1. Once again, they flipped the table beautifully, taking out all the ores explorers and attempted to collect them. They've grabbed the robot, losing a precision token, but that's okay because they're back in the blue home, ready for their next run. As Table 2 has a beautiful elevator and attachment that has rebuilt the statue in addition to attempting to send the explorer down the mine shaft.
Table 3 is currently sending the explorer down the mine shaft, and Table 4 is actively setting and changing their attachments, prepare for their next mission, which is removing the sand and lifting the boat up.
All right, with about 1 minute and 45 seconds to go, Table 1 making their way all the way across the table and going right into the form to rebuild that statue, but it goes back down and crumbles. Table 2 making their way across to the ancient ship, pulling down that sand and restoring it in one swoop, in addition to placing a site marker down.
Table 3 has just successfully completed the tip the scale mission, and they have also retrieved the large stone behind the forge. Table 4 is attempting to lift the minecart explorer, accidentally knocking the statue over. That's fine.
Just 1 minute to go, 1 minute remaining in the very last match of today. Table 1 sweeping away that sediment in addition to attempting to retrieve the brush, but just barely missing. But that's okay, because they have revealed their hidden map and are attempting to pick up that topsoil, which they successfully do. Very well done. Table 2 has left a part of their attachment and is moving it up in order to drop down wheels in order to get the preserved food from the silo. Very interesting design.
With less than 30 seconds left, Table 3 has this monstrosity of an attachment working, and they move out to deliver the pieces out to the center and raise the statue.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's game!
Check 1, 2. Mine's hot. It goes to the thing. All right, that is it. The final match of Western Edge First LEGO League's Get Unearthed game.
We have made it through. We have made it through. Competition's not over, but we have made it through the unearthed portion of our competition here for our first LEGO League at Western Edge this year.
And David, as you can see, we've seen some high scores today. We've actually had to go to a three-way tiebreaker to determine the top three. Why don't you let us tell us who's currently sitting there?
We have indeed, yeah. So top three teams all scoring 540 points, but we do have tiebreakers, and that tiebreaker goes to their second highest score. So sitting in number one, the Potato Blabberers, 540, with their second highest score at 530, just 10 points down from that high score. Beach Boys in second. Their second highest score was 520 after their 540, so just 10 points under that first place team. And then coming up with us also a 540 in third place there, Black and White. So really super tight matches out there. Rounding out our top six there, we have at number 4, Robotics School at 530. Also Lego Legion at 530, but just a little bit lower second score there. And then iBots at our sixth place at 515. So some serious scores going up there, and some great competition we saw out here for the last couple days.
Absolutely, and I think we're still waiting for a few more scores left. So we could see, as it currently stands, Potato Babblers, Beach Boys, Black and White, and Robotics School in that top 4. But as I was mentioning earlier, David, to everybody at home and everybody here, we saw the high score hit last year at this event in the final match. Will we see that again?
Yeah, great point, great point. So the suspense builds here as we referees tally up those final scores, and we see if we have any upsets here in the final round of our matches here today.
So far, it's holding pretty firm, and it has been incredible. These teams should be extremely proud, not only to have made it this far, but for their performance today. You know, I've never seen, in all my years of doing this, going back to, we're not going to talk about how long that is, probably longer for you, but I've never seen a grouping like this before, where we've had to go to so many the second highest score to determine who's going to be our top 4.
Yeah, I mean, really, right? You look at the top 8, top 9. There's only top 10 teams, right? There's only a 50-point difference in 540 point, being the top score there. Only 50-point spread those teams. So really tight grouping there in that top 10 and really down the board.
Absolutely. And while we wait for the final scores to tally, it looks like we're still owed a few more here. I want to thank our sponsors, starting with Vivid Hosting. Vivid Hosting has been a partner not just of this event, but of First California for years. Without Vivid Hosting, we cannot bring you this event live. Our referees cannot do this event. They are truly a linchpin for us. We are so glad to have them. Thank you, Vivid Hosting. And thank you, Qualcomm, for being an overall first sponsor, but also a big sponsor of First California, based right here in Southern California.
Incredible sponsor for sure. Been supporting First for over 20 years. Just an incredible sponsor, not only here in Southern California, being a San Diego-based company, but all around the world. Amazing company and amazing partner there.
And then we want to thank our biggest presenting sponsor, David, don't we?
Yes, of course, the Gene Haas Foundation. Incredible organization, incredible machines and equipment that they make for our teams and inspire our teams and around manufacturing and engineering. But they've really gotten behind supporting First because they see this as the future, right, of inspiring kids that are going to be able to create and design and manufacture parts.
Absolutely, and we're so glad we have them. But David, we have a change to the top 4 in the final match. We have a change to the top 4.
Look at that. It looks like Discover was able to slide up into 4th place with the score of 530. Their second highest score of 510, just 10 points ahead of Robotics School there in number 5. So again, last minute turnaround there. Top 6 Potato Blabblers and first, second Beach Boys, third Black and White, 4 Discover, 5 Robotics School, and 6 Lego Legion. Awesome job.
Awesome. Well, we're going to leave it here for their day. Like we said, this is the end of the Unearthed game, but we're going to have the on-the-spot challenge, something unique to this event.
Yeah.
And that will bring that you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. back here in Long Beach, California. David, as always, thank you for being with us.
Always a pleasure, always a pleasure.
Thank you at home. We're going to see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. from Long Beach, California, and we're going to leave you with highlights from today. Have a good night.